Just now in direct examination, you said that as part of your job you used multi-tool knives with screwdrivers, is that correct?
Yep, we would have to use them to fix up the rides.
And it is your testimony that you would specifically use these multi-tool knives with screwdrivers on them in your job, Ms. Hunter?
I did maintenance work for the rides, yes.
Your Honor, let the record reflect that I am approaching opposing counsel with what has been marked as the witness's affidavit. Any objection?
If this is being used for a limited purpose, I have no objections at this time.
Okay. Ms. Hunter, now what I've just handed you is your affidavit, correct?
Yes, it is.
And you had up until today's trial to alter that affidavit in any way, right, Ms. Hunter?
I did, yes.
Now, could you please point out to me in your affidavit where you specifically said that you use multi-tool knives with screwdrivers for your job as ride maintenance?
Would you like me to read it out?
Yes.
Okay. I thought the park seemed less crowded by the end of the summer than usual, but by then I was working mostly in the parking lot or behind the scenes helping with the ride maintenance.
Nowhere in your affidavit does it say that you specifically use multi-tool knives with screwdrivers, does it, Ms. Hunter?
Well, I mean, that's what you use when you do maintenance work.
Ms. Hunter, I am specifically asking you about what is in your affidavit. Nowhere in your affidavit do you say that you use multi-tool knives with screwdrivers.
Objection, Your Honor, to asked and answered.
Your Honor, may I respond? The witness has not specifically answered my question. I'm asking whether, if in her affidavit specifically, she mentions that she uses multi-tool knives with screwdrivers.
Your Honor, the witness already responded. She didn't include those specific words, but as somebody who works maintenance, those were the tools that she used for her job, and she cited a specific line in the affidavit.
Your Honor, may I respond? The line that Ms. Hunter read said that she worked for ride maintenance, but nowhere in her affidavit did she read that she specifically used multi-tool knives with screwdrivers, and I'm simply asking her whether, if in her affidavit, she mentions that.
Your Honor, she's already asked that question 2, 3, 4 times, so at this point it's asked and answered.
Your Honor, the witness has not given me a straightforward answer as to if she put this specifically in her affidavit. Ms. Hunter. Thank you. I'd like to talk to you about some of the jobs that you've held at Raptor World.
Okay.
One summer you worked as part of the cleanup crew, correct?
I did, yes. It was very gross.
Another summer you were a floating ride operator, right?
Correct.
And you also worked in the parking lot, didn't you, Ms. Hunter?
I did, yes.
To be clear, Ms. Hunter, you've never held a management position at Raptor World, have you?
No, that's not in my career field. I'm a journalist.
Right, so you do hold a position at the Midlands Voice, don't you?
I do, yes.
Which is a newspaper.
It is, yes.
It's a newspaper that looks for scandals, doesn't it, Ms. Hunter?
Yes.
And you're aware that this newspaper has a reputation for muckraking, aren't you?
I am.
Objection, Your Honor, to relevance.
Your Honor, this goes to the bias of the witness, which is always relevant.
Your Honor, the type of newspaper that she works for is not relevant at all.
Your Honor, may I respond? The fact that Ms. Hunter works for a newspaper that she just admitted at has a reputation for muckraking goes towards the bias and the credibility of the witness.
Your Honor, whether or not she works for a newspaper or has a different job doesn't tend to make any fact in this case any more or less probable, and she hasn't linked it to any sort of credibility or bias that this witness might have, so it's not relevant.
Your Honor, may I respond? The fact that Ms. Hunter just stated that she works for a newspaper that specifically looks for scandals and that has a reputation for muckraking shows that she is biased in the facts that she is reporting and all of the things that she is seeing at Raptor World. Because she works for this newspaper that has a reputation for muckraking and that specifically looks for scandals.
Did she work at the newspaper in Wisconsin?
Yes, she did, Your Honor.
Your Honor, we hadn't heard the foundation that she had worked for the newspaper at that time. About her position now, that would not be relevant, what she does now in the position or the type of paper that she works at. That is not relevant.
Your Honor, if I may proffer, with my line of questioning, I will get to the jobs that she had at Raptor World and her job at the Midlands Voice.
Okay, I'm going to sustain it now. So releasing foundation for
For when
Question
she,
that you're gonna ask, but you know what's asking now, okay?
okay, about the Midlands Voice Relay Foundation for when she worked at the Midlands Voice. Okay. Ms. Hunter, at your time at Rock the World, you were pursuing a job as a reporter, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
By 2012, you hadn't gotten anything published in the Midlands Voice, had you?
No, not at that point, no.
So you decided to head off to Rock the World, right?
Yes, I enjoy working at Rock the World, and I needed to pay the bills somehow.
When you headed off to Rock the World, you didn't just choose to interview people, did you, Ms. Hunter?
Say that one more time?
When you went to Rock the World in 2012,
Okay,
you did not choose to interview people, did you?
I did not know.
In fact, you snuck into the office trailer, didn't you?
I did, yes.
And when you were sneaking around in the office trailer, you found 2 books on Haley Floyd's desk, correct?
I did, yes.
And these two books you thought were strange, right?
Yeah, because they were similar. They had the same year on them, but inside of them it was different.
And they seemed to be accounting books.
And they were definitely accounting books.
But to be clear, Ms. Hunter, you are not the accountant for Rock the World, are you?
I am not, no.
So you don't know how Rock the World keeps track of their financial records, do you?
No, but I do have knowledge. I can tell that they are accounting records.
But despite the fact that you don't know how Rock the World keeps track of their financial records, you found this strange, didn't you, Ms. Hunter?
I found it strange that there were 2 books with the same date on them with different information inside of them.
Ms. Hunter, it is not your job to maintain Rock the World's accounting books, is it?
No, I just
Director
found
Grantor to the relevance of what she found in that office, the accounting books.
What is the relevance?
Your Honor, it goes towards the credibility of the witness. She stated that these 2 books they were accounting books, and she's trying to make it seem like these 2 books that she found in Haley Floyd's office were strange. But because she's not the accountant for Rock the World, she cannot testify as to these accounting books and what she thought.
May I respond to that, Your Honor?
Yes.
She wasn't testifying about any accounting book. She wasn't testifying about what she found in that park office. That was not part of her job over the summer of 2009, 10, 11, or 12. That she simply came to talk about the rides, how those rides operated, how they were different. She wasn't mentioning anything about accounting records or what she found there.
Your Honor, may I respond? When I asked Ms. Hunter about the accounting books, she said that they seemed strange to her and proceeded to say why they seemed strange to her. And my line of questioning about these accounting books goes towards her credibility, because she really cannot she cannot say anything about these accounting books. It goes towards the credibility of the witness, what she's saying about the strange things that she sees at Rock the World.
Is this still laying foundation for the question that you wanted to ask before?
No, Your Honor, this is just attacking the credibility of the witness.
May I respond, Your Honor? The witness just said that she is not an accountant and she doesn't have the knowledge to testify to these accounting documents. So for opposing counsel to keep asking her questions about them, not only is that an improper opinion, but the whole line of questioning is irrelevant because it doesn't make any fact in this case more or less probable. That's not why she's here testifying today. It doesn't add to their burden or subtract to their burden whatsoever. It's irrelevant.
It's sustained.
Move to strike that line of questioning.
It'll be stricken from the record.
Ms. Hunter, when you were sneaking around in the office, you were caught by Haley Floyd, weren't you?
I was, yes.
Not only were you caught by Haley Floyd, but you were fired by her, weren't you?
This is true, yes.
And you're aware that Haley Floyd was robbed, aren't you?
I do know now, yes.
And this is the same Haley Floyd that robbed you, this is the same Haley Floyd that fired you from Rock the World, correct?
Yes, they are the same people.
And now you're here today in court testifying on behalf of the defense. Isn't that true, Ms. Hunter?
Correct, yes.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Redirect?
No redirect, Your Honor. We just ask that Ms. Hunter be excused.
Good.